These are some Dinar Guru updates, starting off with Frank 26, Iraq Boots on the Ground report Firefly. They have finally officially announced they're going to drop the zeros. We just have to wait when. The news said Iraq is moving ahead with the delegation of the zeros. They're constantly talking about this all day. They say it will occur sometime in late 2025. Frank says, "That is so true, my dear friend. We're done. We have landed. We are on the shore of Normandy. We know we're there. We just don't know where they're going to apply it as far as the date, and that's all that's left. They already told you they're going to give you purchasing power." Right, Pimpy says you see an article where they said they plan on removing the zeros. Yes, they plan on removing the zeros of the Iraqi dinar currency, but they don't have any plans at the moment to free float the exchange rate. It will not be on the Forex. All right, Samson has an article, quote, "The Central Bank of Iraq has settled the matter. No floating of the dinar and a plan to remove the zeros soon." All right, Militiaman article, quote, Khalaf says there is an intention to remove the zeros from the Iraqi dinar to ease the burden of the banknote hoarding. This gentleman has been on fire. Here he is again. There is no intention to float the dinar exchange rate. They're not going to float the dinar. They're going to do something different, in my opinion. If they change the value of their currency and reduce the zeros, they're probably going to have an influx of getting that money into the bank. All right, Claire article, quote, "After shaking hands with al-Sudani, whoever fulfills Trump's conditions will be the next prime minister." Quote, "U.S. President Donald Trump is sending signals to Iraq, waiting for whoever picks them up to be the next prime minister." According to politicians, Washington's calculations differ from the complex internal sectarian and partisan equations specifically related to disengagement from Tehran. The United States is looking for a government in Iraq that represents Baghdad, not Tehran. Frank 26, Iraq Boots on the Ground report Firefly, Deputy Governor of the Central Bank, Khalaf, confirmed there is no intention to float the Iraqi dinar exchange rate. Frank says if there's no float, then you're not coming out at $1 because you don't want to be paired to the dollar. You're not going to come out at $1.15 or whatever, just over the dollar. If you're not floating, then that means you don't have a need to have a vehicle to take you to 322. You're just going to come out at 322 as an RI and then RV it without the float. Right. Lastly, I've got Mark Z via PDK article, quote, "IMF expects Iraq's economy to grow by 3.6% next year." Mark Z says the long-term health of the country supports changing the value of their currency.